What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Friday, October 28th, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Truly appreciate you all very much. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's take a look at the horoscope for today. Well, we're going to see that moon halfway through Sag, and it's definitely trying to see these positive outlooks that we were kind of going through yesterday, these positive beliefs. The big shift, of course, is the dispositor of that moon is Jupiter, and it's now locked and loaded back here in Pisces, where it did degress from Aries in that 0 point of astrology. So it's kind of like things got reset earlier this year, and now we're going back in time in many ways to that last level of like what we really were trying to complete within our expanse, within our growth, our wisdom, and it can feel a little chaotic. It's definitely a more sensitive day. The moon's going to square Neptune today, and that's bringing a high volume of these sensitive emotions that can be getting expanded in our life. It can feel cloudy, it can feel foggy. We're in Scorpio season now. Venus is here, and it is the final day of Mercury in Libra. The final full day of Mercury in Libra as well, which did just come off the square to Pluto and revealed a lot. So through all these aspects in our life, they're getting revealed. Through all these transformative aspects, these depths, these feelings, these emotions, we have to look for the quality. We have to look for the right mergers. We have to really be in situations with people and within ourselves where we're creating value. And we have to realize that we can expand through the things that are not there. We're feeling everything today, and that can be a lot. It can feel chaotic. It can feel all over the place. It can feel magical. It can feel like also there's a high level of, idealism, or everything's awesome when it's not. Everything's great. Is it really, There's a few levels and a few different tiers to today. We want to be trying to get our personal lives in some sense of order, but I feel like there's a level of chaos that Mercury is going to quincunx Jupiter right as it, Jupiter just got here into Pisces, and then Mercury's quincunxing, 150 degrees over there in Libra before it ingresses, which puts a lot of pressure on us mentally, especially with a moon here in Sagittarius. It's almost like our intuitive mind is getting a revamp and trying to really show us linearly how to get through things with a positive belief, with a spiritual sort of intent to it. It's not like the easiest of days. I will say that the moon is sextile over to Saturn in Aquarius. So I think the more we are freeing ourselves from these, binding elements in life that are manipulative or toxic, and I think that we can feel all of that very clearly. So that's where we're at sort of an interesting position with our mind, is it's being able to process these feelings much more clearly, and that can make us feel confused. That can make us feel lost because the truth is like right in front of our face, the bigger truth. But you have to take authority in your life today to free yourself, to keep expanding, to keep moving forward, and to really put the right connections into your life that are valuable. These are going to help so much. It's definitely a day where we can feel very free also in things that are entrapping us, or in things that we feel a false sense of security in. Is it really? The moon's going to quincunx over to Uranus in Taurus. And it's also going to finish off the day opposing Mars, which is stationed, getting ready for its retrograde in Gemini, which just amplifies the confusion and the kind of stalemate in our life, especially when it comes to our action, our identification, and our definition of where we're going. There's pressure to find your truth, to not be in a stalemate, to evolve, to transmute energy, because you're feeling so much of it today, and it can be a lot to process mentally, but you can do it, right? Your feelings are definitely showing up for a reason. They're showing you where disconnection needs to happen or where full connection can happen. And, that's up to you to discern what your truth is and to liberate from what is suppressing or controlling or manipulating or is toxic or is chaotic. If you don't want that in your environment, you have to be willing to change things. So, interesting day. I feel like we're at a point here this week where we're ready to close. We're ready to close some doors and kind of cut some things away. And there's definitely a high depth and a high sensitivity to where we're desiring this comfort of this freedom to explore life in the way that we feel uniquely called to. But you have to be able to liberate yourself to do that. It's almost like something wants to show up just to give you a chance to say, yeah, no, I'm not going to confine myself to this relationship or this job or this situation in my life. I want to see what sort of pivot I can make, what sort of different move I can make to get more value out of my life and to really move passionately through the day. So where's the passion really showing up in our lives? Very important. And there's a high level of course, relationship aspects still in the chart as we see Venus trine Juno and Mercury final day and coming to that 29th degree by the end of the day as well here in Libra and coming off the square to Pluto. Like definitely on a it feels like we're trick-or-treating for fucking balance in our life. You know what I'm saying? As we're coming up on Halloween and it's like going to the door and wanting a Kit Kat bar, but getting a Tootsie Roll. Like it's hard to find sort of exactly what we're looking for, but it's like if we try different things, or maybe it's that like going to that one house that you're like, oh, I don't know about that house. They probably have the full size candy bar instead of the fun size, if you will. So I do think the intuition's saying go to this new place. You're going to get more value out of it. Go to what's going to be expansive and bigger in your life. But there's definitely a lot of emotions that can, either trick us or have us think, no, I don't want to go into that. That looks scary, or this is going to be scary. I feel like it is actually the place that looks scariest is going to have the most physical value in your life. And you have to sort of free yourself from, limiting beliefs or, I guess just limiting beliefs that you're not going to get the value if you make the change or the transformation, because that's kind of what we're all called to do right now. Value is in the transformation and not in the obsession of what you think you know, but what's the truth here now? Can you make decisions and go for that? So, hope that's helpful. The moon will trine Chiron as well too, so there is a little bit of backup when we are courageous, right? Jupiter's not in Aries anymore, but we can definitely identify with strength to push through. It'll help us transmute this energy in a more positive way as well, so that we can, I think, make expansive decisions on our life and not be controlled or confined. This is like finish out the week, like opening doors, opening things up to get more of what you want. Card for the day. Is Ace of Cups. What a beautiful card. I do feel like there's a heavy emotion to today, and I think that's where you're really going to find a lot of the magic, a lot of the dreams, a lot of things that can be overflowing in your life. Why not try new things to get that new emotion, that new feeling? It's like, I feel like we almost want to stay in things that the feeling's not good. There's new opportunity to feel really positive and really abundant. Three of Pentacles. Finding the right people in life is very important right now. I feel like there's a lot of bonds that need to be broken so that new things can be built with new people. You're either finding where you're really building something positive with people, or you're finding where you can't really work with these people anymore. They're a little too restrictive, not exciting enough, there's no passion, there's no, real sense of like, this is really going to go into the future, this is really providing value, and even she in this card has her back turned to him. I don't know, it's interesting. I do think we have to pay attention to where we do need to turn our back, because we're seeing that there's just not that common passionate bond that we need in our life right now. We really do want to be finding where that is, so that we're kind of moving really in the same direction. And the Page of Cups, upright. I think this is being curious to find bliss in our lives, to really, calm things down within ourselves, to really feel where we need to go, and to really open up the beauty in what that can bring, or the imagination. It's definitely one of those days where I think we're opening up some emotional doors that we haven't opened up in a while, and it can look creepy, it can look a little scary, it can feel a little intense, but at the same time, there's a lot of beauty in what you can actually physically go do or move forward with those emotions. So it's like, don't try to escape your emotions, don't try to like numb yourself today, like feel these things, because a lot of really positive areas of life can be built and expanded from them. So be open to everything that's going on. Don't shy away from the emotion or the feeling. It's actually here to help you. It's here to show you, the message and the deeper truth. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the weekend horoscope. Much love. Peace.